Hello, world. We are here, day 16 of sobriety after being high for 20 entire years. And today we say thank you and goodbye to one of the all time greats, David Lynch. It's wild to even say he is my absolute favorite creator, my favorite artist. And I know that that can be, so many people around the world are feeling that same way right now about him. And it's amazing to see how many lives he touched. It's just amazing to open up social medias and see such an outpouring of love and connection that he brought, and tying everyone together in that way. It's a heavy one. I mean, he's literally my favorite. So I have maybe some thoughts on that we can share tonight. And I do want to play my Sweet Gibby, and I want to play some Julie Cruz that I want to sing in a little bit as well, an artist whom he loved and believed in. It says my connection's unstable. Am I still live? I think so. To finish that thought, one of the things that I love about David is that, we all have a lot going on in our lives. Always, everybody does. And I don't know if you guys feel this way, but sometimes I think like the real me, like the inner witness, is sometimes buried under some things because whether it be a lot going on in the day or past traumas, or for me, the past 20 years, I was secretly trying to like keep it hidden that I was stoned. Um, and try and interact in life that way, even that kind of takes you out of being in the present moment and could make someone who's outside of you see you as not you. But I think David's laser eyes, he could just see the beauty in everyone and believed the best in everyone and brought that out. And it's just an amazing thing. Um, I just love him so much. So before we get into some music playthrough, let's just do a quick check-in on the day for my sobriety journal. It's funny because a lot of today has been spent like crying, but I love to cry, and it's not usually a sad cry. I'm usually just so thankful, and I see things that make me just love him, and I see everyone else's love, and I see like different um, media that he's made or that he's been in interviews, and it's just so amazing. So, I mean, I have the special ring that if anyone has seen Twin Peaks, they would recognize this ring. And this was a gift to me from my good friend Dan, whom I actually talked about on stream yesterday, I think it was. We both have that ring to share together. And another beautiful thing is that for anyone that had watched my stream 2 nights ago when I was celebrating 2 entire weeks of finally being sober, I played some Beatles songs. And really, I just played snippets. It was just kind of fooling around. But I did play 2 songs in their entirety, and it was Girl. And the second one was Across the Universe. And I believe that is a beautiful synchronicity in some way, because that was just 48 hours ago that happened. David passed 12 to 15-ish hours ago, maybe more. Who knows when the statement was actually released. But David's last public address was recorded for his transcendental meditation meeting. And in it, he was talking about John Lennon and the Beatles and when they went to India and had studied meditation and transcendental meditation there, and how John Lennon loved the concept of nothing, because really nothing is the underlying consciousness that spans the entire universe. That's the kind of thought of that, down past atoms, and you split and through electrons, through the quark, through the bits that are held together with electromagnetism until they become just vibrational little packets. And underneath of that, even, is like the ocean of consciousness where everything bubbles up from. And that is a core tenet of why I make my circle art, is huge inspiration from that process. My concept of that is it came, I used to do paintings and drawings when I was in high school, and stopped it all after I made one drawing. It was a self portrait, and I did it in blue pen, and it was of me, and I had a thought bubble, and I filled the whole thought bubble in with these tiny blue circles because that was symbolizing, like, the place where creativity, like anything could bubble, like circle could bubble out of that, anything. It's endless possibility of nothing and everything. And once I felt that, I just started covering entire sheets of paper with that, because I thought that, if someone's looking at a whole sheet of paper of that, sometimes the patterns that they see in their mind is different than yours. So the piece changes. But that's in a physical way of enjoying it. But the inspiration of where it came from was very much in the sea of consciousness area of like ideas, like Harold and the Purple Crown, almost like that type of other world where those creations come from or go. And in that transcendental meditation address that he was given to his David Lynch Foundation, he was saying how, because John Lennon was enjoying that nothing concept, and he was saying to people around him, so you're telling me that nothing is going to change my world. So nothing's going to change my world. And nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Jai Guru Deva Om. Like, it made me appreciate that lyric even more, that nothing is gonna, he was really talking about that sea of consciousness, I feel. And that was the message that David was giving in his last address to everyone. And I'm so thankful that 2 nights ago I got to sing that song. And it's one of those things that I know that there are so many of you David Lynch fans out there that have experienced this amazing synchronicity of enjoying his art and seeing it pop up into your own lives. It's just next level. And I feel like sometimes the only way for that to be explained is like the immensity and beauty of this connected energy that we must have, that we can maybe access and not access by giving it up and doing meditation and just being and existing. It's just awesome. I know that in different streams I've even mentioned these paintings up here. Those are from Twin Peaks. This right here, this is the scene of the Great Northern and the waterfall and the beach right there. And then this right here is in the morning when Laura's body was found. And then right here, you can't really tell, but this has, the sheriffs all around it, and the guy, what's his name? Brains on the fritz. Everyone's around it, and they found Laura. All throughout the house, I have Twin Peaks references or David Lynch references. And so with that, I love you so much, David Lynch. Thank you so much for taking the time to be you and inspire me to Follow My Heart. He dealt with a lot of dark themes in his art, but it was really to highlight the light because you have to have dark to showcase that. I think that's a beautiful concept. So, to finish up, thoughts on my day of sobriety, I I definitely was up way too late again. Got a few hours of sleep, not enough, but it was enough for a full REM cycle. And I woke up and I got the news. Not It was like in the morning sometime. It wasn't too far in, and much of the day has been spent living in David Lynch world since then. I got to talk to a good amount of friends throughout the day, which is really beautiful. I had a really long conversation with my bandmate, Katie, who you see in the videos. Her and I talked on the phone for a long time, just about a bunch of stuff. So it was really sweet. She actually called just to specifically check in on me because she knows how important that man is to me. And my original plan was to uh, watch all of his things. I have everything he's ever put out on Blu-ray. As this whole, I guess you wouldn't call it discography, but so I do have a lot of his discography too, because he's also a musician, and I have art books of his. Um, so it was really cool just to catch up there and talk to my buddy George as well. And you know, it was generally an okay day. I did get an hour sleep in a few hours back, so there's some brain activity, but it is still not good. As you guys can tell, I'm rambling, and it's one of those also emotionally draining type of feeling. So it's all good though. And yeah, on that, I also kind of want to show when I had said his different art pieces. It's just like amazing, It's just like the things that they put out around Twin Peaks are so cool. This here is Laura's diary that they had found, and it's all in there. Even the missing page, I believe. And these are from Mark Frost, the co-creator of Twin Peaks, but they're still amazing. The final dossier that outlines everything from season 3 and before, and maybe even beyond. It's really amazing. Season 3, I think, is David's magnum opus. I've long said that, and I didn't realize that would be kind of one of the last big projects we would get from him in a film sense, but that's also okay by me because it is the best thing I know of. I've seen it more than any other medium of anything in my life. Maybe Forrest Gump. I might have seen that movie more when I was a kid because I used to just leave it on all the time. But even that, we're quickly approaching, more time spent with Twin Peaks season 3 than that. And then there's season 1 and 2, which I've also seen a ton of times. But and then this giant piece here. This is all the Twin Peaks stuff. And this is basically a bunch of interviews of everybody throughout the town, all the history of it, newspaper clippings. And this is a really cool, well put together piece. And it's just wild because this is all Mark Frost. It's not David in here. David's like throughout it because, it's part of his pet project too. But it's just an interesting thing about even Mark Frost going on to create X-Files, and then from there working with writers on the X-Files who went on to make Breaking Bad. The lives that David touched is amazing, and you really saw things in people. And I think one of the other cool things is that now, I guess he's, depending on how everyone feels and believes about things in life, that he's now like he was a piece of us all, So beautiful things with that. And let's see. So tonight I'm probably we're going to do this for a little bit. I'm going to sing a Julee Cruise song. I might do 2. And then I want to try and get some sleep. I really hope that I can. because I can tell my brain's really not all there. And tomorrow I go back up to Philly, doing a filmed performance of a band and then an interview afterwards. So that's going to be cool. I actually posted a short of kind of like a behind the scenes look at what I do up there in Philly. So that's kind of neat if you want to check that out. And from there, it's going to be the weekend finally, which is great. I got a lot of hopeful artistic plans throughout that. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for your kind words and belief throughout all of this. It's just been amazing. So thank you guys out there. This is my Gibson CL20. You guys have heard me talk about it a few times now. It's my favorite acoustic guitar. So, as per usual, it's not like I overly prepared for these songs and wish I played them all the way through and did have that time. But the thing is when I woke up from my nap, I really wanted to make sure to get, I watched my stream back last night, and I noticed that there was some pops in it. I hope it's not popping right now for you guys, but I think it's something to do with CPU processing stuff. So I went ahead and switched around my streaming software setup, and that has taken so long that I abandoned it and went back to my streaming stuff that I was doing in the past couple weeks. So it might still have pops, but for tomorrow it should be a different program that I'm running. So we're going to hope that that sounds better. And yeah, I really hope it's not popping for you all, but it is what it is at this point, right? We're just going to roll with it anyway. So I'm not sure if you guys know Julee Cruz, but she's the one who did the singing to the different, iconic Twin Peaks type of songs that were used. Like the if I were in a lower key, you could hit that really low, boom, boom. But yeah, I'll probably sing Falling, which is that one right there. And I might do The World Turns, which is a really sad one. Beautiful, beautiful song. So let's give it a little go. Let's see what we got. Pop this over. Make sure the stream's on. All right, guys. Thanks for bearing with me while I get all this rolling. Just like to spanning time. And because I haven't really done this, I am going to need the lyrics up. Yourself be hurt this time. Don't let yourself be hurt this time. Don't let yourself be hurt this time. Don't let yourself The sky is still blue. The clouds come and go. Yet something is different. Are we falling in love? Yourself behind this time. Don't let yourself behind this time. Don't let yourself behind this time. Don't let yourself behind this time. When your kiss so. The stars still shine bright, mountains still high, yet something is different. Are we falling in love? Falling, falling, are we falling in love? Falling in love. Don't let yourself behind this time. Don't let yourself behind this time. Don't let yourself behind this time. It's a pretty one, you know. Julee Cruise. And what's fun is the world spins is not so different in sound. It uses like kind of the same progression, just a different key. Like in that one, Oh. Hopefully that goes ahead and switches back over. So we'll have we'll do world spins. Near the edge at night, dust is dancing in the space. last melody. See, they're so alike, I go to the other one. I knew there was something wrong with it. Or just different about it. There's nothing wrong, right? Moving near the edge at night, dust is dancing in the space. A dog and bird are far away. The sun comes up and down each day. Light and shadow change the walls. Halley's comets come and gone. Things I touch are made of stone. Falling through this heart alone. Love, don't go away. Come back this way. Come back and stay forever and ever. Please stay. Dust is dancing in the space. A dog and bird are far away. The sun comes up and down each day. The river flows out to the sea. Love, don't go away. Come back this way. Come back and stay forever and ever. The world spins. Love, don't go away. Come back this way. Come back and stay forever and ever. Love, don't go away. Come back this way. Come back and stay forever and ever. Spins. That was fun. Beautiful songs. Love, don't go away. Come back this way. Come back and stay forever and ever. The melodies, they're just so wonderful. There's that amazing clip of Angelo Badalamenti who did the the piano scores, and well, more than that, a lot of the score stuff with David. They wrote together, and there's that famous interview of Angelo sitting at his Rhodes, and then he was telling the story that David was sitting next to him. He's like, Angelo, she's walking through the woods, and she's scared, and it's dark out, and he's setting the mood music, and it's that climax, and David's like, "Oh, Angelo, you're breaking my heart." It's like, just that's how I feel about the melodies that they use. It's just awesome. Please, guys, if you haven't watched any of David Lynch's stuff, dive in. You won't regret it. It's been such a pleasure. I know this has been a David Lynch heavy stream, and that's how it should be. And that's how I want it to be. And I'm glad that we got to tell some stories about him. I mean, his works of art are so deeply embedded all throughout my life, and there could be a million stories, and we could be here all night. And that's also a beautiful thing. But we won't go to all of them. Something quick, if you guys don't have the time to watch all of it, try and look up the music for season 3. Just truly amazing stuff. All right, everyone. That's, I think, a good time to wrap her on that one. It's been a good time chilling with you all, playing through a couple different Julee Cruise songs and giving thanks to the great David Lynch. So I love you so much, David. Love you guys. I hope you all are doing well. And take care of yourselves because you deserve it. Peace and love. I'll catch you tomorrow on the next stream.